right place this time?
Let me take a quick look
Yes.
now.
Alright. Hello, everyone. It's a draw stream week, and I fucked up already. So, hey. Hey, everyone. How you doing?
Talking to them or talking to us?
Yes.
Okay. Oh well, personally, I'm better than I was last week. I'm sure. Never the fact that people can hear me is pretty obvious on that one.
Valid.
You're not currently hacking up a lung.
Well, there's that too. Nah, but that I mean, I'm not. It's not that I was hacking up a lung. I was. It was more. Um,
His stomach
gastro.
was on the outside.
It felt like it was trying to get on the outside. Yes. Actually, I'll go with that. Actually, while we're speaking of stomach on the outside and bad culinary decisions, I already mentioned this to Suki on the gaming stream yesterday, but I'll go ahead and do it here because I decided to try something a little bit different, and I also became educated. So I over in the clearance aisle, I found these interesting marshmallows. They weren't set to expire anytime until like mid time next year, so they were fairly new still. Now, these were an interesting idea. They were peppermint cocoa marshmallows. The whole idea was to basically cut them in half and dip them into milk and then microwave it for a couple minutes, and you would have a nice hot cup of chocolate peppermint marshmallowy hot cocoa. I mean, it's a pretty simple concept, and it sounds like it would be an interesting and amazing thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I tried it yesterday, just before the gaming stream, and when I finally got the cup out, just as we were starting the game, it basically went over the rim because I tried to do the maximum dosage. They recommend either 1 cup or 2 cups, and 2 to 3 marshmallows. So I went with 2 cups of milk and 3 marshmallows in one of my big coffee cups. So the marshmallows were already like a half an inch above the rims. So when I nuked it, it ended up melting over the sides of the rim a little bit, and it just kind of made this weird glossy thing, which it kind of looked like a martini for some sort from Weenie Hot General or some crap like that. It looked like it looked silly, but I thought it was gonna be a pain to clean. I kind of brushed it off. I figured, okay, I shouldn't do 2 cups of milk. I'll just do 1 cup of milk next time. Easy peasy. So that's what I decided to do today. 1 cup of milk, 2 marshmallows, right here. And I nuked it. It was like 3 inches below the line. 2 inches, actually. Sorry, 3 is a little extreme there. 2 inches below the cut line. And then I pull it out just as it finishes microwaving and start to stir it, and I notice that it's still got junk on the sides of it. And then my infinite brain finally reached back to 8 years old when I would nuke marshmallows in the microwave. And what happens when you put a marshmallow in the microwave, everybody?
Becomes delicious.
Well, yes, but what happens during the process?
Magic.
Yeah.
Let me guess what happened, Circuit. Did they overload it with peppermint and something happened with it?
Actually, if anything, the flavors need to be a little bit stronger. But no, it expanded. Those marshmallows expand. So yeah, no fucking duh. Why my cup is basically has like a bunch of residual marshmallow crap all over the sides of it. So I just realized, it sounds like an amazing idea, but in execution, no, somebody did not think this through. And I should have thought it through when I realized I had several bags of this in clearance. Because
Wait. You're supposed to microwave it, not just pour hot water over it?
Exactly. You're supposed to microwave it. Cold milk, marshmallows, microwave it. And you can see where there might be a problem.
You're not supposed to microwave it before the marshmallows?
Exactly. You're not. I triple check those instructions. You microwave it after you put in the marshmallows.
Someone needs to be murdered!
Exactly. So I decided to have a little bit more fun with this one, and this one also has about 3 ounces of Irish whiskey. Because during the weekend, I also taught myself how to make a traditional Irish coffee. Well, not traditional per se, but I'm a really good Irish coffee, and I got it down pat. The problem is that I got a lot of whiskey, and drinking that much coffee in a day will not be good for me. So now I'm gonna drug my hot chocolate because I'm still kind of feeling burned out from just a weird weekend.
The chat wants to know if you microwave Rarity into existence.
I didn't microwave Rarity. I would not microwave Rarity. Oh God! Now, no, brain. Please don't do this. We already got the jar. We don't need to put coffee cups in there now.
Marshmallow jar, here we go.
No.
By the way, I appreciate the internet for coming up with a new term for the anime fandom. It's the waifu.
The what?
Combination of whey and waifu. Whey is a milk-based protein used by fitness people for building muscle.
Oh God! No! 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 Oh God! My brain! No!
No, dude, it's just strong girls. That's all it is.
Yeah, but I've been completely corrupted by looking at like bodybuilding of women's bodybuilding. I don't mind strong girls. It's just that when they actually have so much muscle, you honestly can't tell them apart from boys to girls. It gets disturbing somehow.
Now, Circuit, I raise you that people are literally just people, and I find all people attractive.
No, I mean, not to say that I don't commend their skills. That takes a lot of work and dedication, and maybe in a couple of cases some steroids. But that does take a lot of work, and I applaud them for it. It's just that is not something I'm attracted to.
Hold on, my brain is still trying to comprehend this. Whey is in the milk product, which means WHEYFU.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait.
Amazing.
Wait to you too. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it just reminded me of those things that when I get my act back together and actually get back on a true workout routine, I got to remember to pick back up some more some whey protein back up again.
Ah shit! I forgot to replenish my whey.
My friend left me some whey when he visited. He bought a bunch of whey so that way he wouldn't fall behind in his workout routine, and then I just had a jar of whey that I had no use for. I was
Whey
a
goes
partial
bad
jar.
after a while.
Well, here's one. Well, is it just plain whey protein, unflavored?
I think.
If it's not flavored, if you do oatmeal, you can add it to that just to get some extra protein into it, to get yourself some extra protein.
That's fair.
Yeah, you can. I believe, yeah, if it's unflavored again, I think you can add it. You can add it to some hot drinks to, I think you can do if it's hell, even if it was flavored, honestly, if I had that cookies and cream whey protein that I had and put that into my coffee, that'd actually be pretty good.
You know, I was when I was looking at some whey proteins. Unfortunately, I'm still kind of settling a little on the cheap side, but it's amazing the kind of flavors they're coming out with nowadays. There was one from GMC. They got Girl Scout Thin Mint whey protein.
GNC? Oh man, I used to pack dog treats for them, or cat treats, dog treats. They were a very picky customer.
GNC?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
General. I thought you meant GNC.
Yeah, GNC.
Yeah, that's what throws me off. I didn't imagine that they would be going for pet treats.
Well, pet vitamins.
Sorry.
Never mind. There it is. Yeah.
M as in
Yeah,
magic.
I work for
or...
a vitamin company, so yeah.
My brain's
Vitamins
still
that are
not sure what's
basically
going on.
pet treats.
All right. So let's see. So
Speaking
it looks like the
of,
streamer is taking that okay. That's good.
There was a Christmas product we packaged I I want to say 1, 2, 3
Years ago.
4 months ago. Probably 2 months ago, actually. It was in summertime. So that should be dropping pretty soon. It's real pain in the ass to package because like they didn't do it in the normal way. They because like it was going to go into display boxes. So
Toa, nobody has been doubting that GNC exists. We just don't know why they would put. Except for the pet vitamins. Even pet vitamins is still a little weird, to be honest.
I was just confused because I wasn't sure if you were saying GMC or GNC.
GNC.
Okay.
So, yeah, like, so the vitamins that my company specializes in are like, stuff for like hip and joint for like older dogs or something, and like calming formulas. So like that became a huge product during the pandemic as people were buying pets, and then they didn't realize that like young animals need to be played with and they have office jobs. So yeah, there was a lot of calming that got sold during the pandemic. This is something I can confirm. Oh my gosh, that became some of our bigger runs. But
yeah.
Alright, well, it looks like the stream will catch this okay, and I think I'll have enough CPU so it's not going to explode. Perfect. Well, I got everything ready for the show tonight.
Oh, calming is also like really popular around the 4th of July because of fireworks.
Makes sense.
I
Probably
just find
also around New Year's.
I'm just going to check before I assume anything here. But when you're saying calming, you're basically talking about them drugging up their pets to keep them, basically kind of keeping them on like high powered.
No.
Sorry, I don't know how to. I'm not describing it very well.
Basically
It's-
something to just calm the nerves.
Yeah.
So basically, just giving them like jasmine tea base, kind of like a jasmine tea dog food.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, I'll go
just
with
like
that.
in the form of like dog treats and stuff. So
That's fair enough.
I don't know if lavender helps in food form. I know lavender helps as a essential oil in that kind of sense. Just dab it on the back of the neck there.
Speaking of food, actually, I'm happy. I'm kind of excited and happy. I finally, and by the way, finally, because I've been trying to do this a lot, and it's really hard to do. A lot harder to do it than you would believe. I made a perfect batch of jasmine rice.
Oh,
nice.
No, I stand corrected. Basmati rice. But I have finally gotten all of the tools, all of the knowledge, all of the skill to do perfect batches of rice. And I accumulated today with a big bowl of basmati rice that I immediately shoved full of mushrooms, green peppers, and onions. But still, the rice is perfect grains. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy because rice is easy, but it's also extremely difficult to cook because you do one thing wrong, you're either ending up with uncooked kernels or porridge.
You don't like your rice al dente?
I am not a fan of al dente rice. I'll take al dente spaghetti. But technically perfect rice is al dente. I'm talking like pre al dente, where you can eat it, but it kind of feels like you're I honestly have no adequate descriptor other than kind of feels like you're chewing through toenails.
yeah.
That
I know.
does not sell me.
It won't. It shouldn't sell you.
That is not
uncooked
my fetish.
rice.
I'm sorry.
Uncooked,
No.
uncooked rice is terrible. Uncooked rice is terrible. And it shouldn't sell you. I'm not trying to sell you uncooked rice. I'm trying to sell you perfectly cooked rice. Where it's got that slight firmness on it. You got each individual grain, and you can actually see them one through one, and you can eat them up with a fork and a spoon, and they'll still kind of slightly cling together, and you can just feel the texture of the soft grains as you bite into them, just yielding just a little bit before they clamp down. A perfect light al dente. And you know that if you put it in the fridge, you can take it out the next day. You could put it in a wok with some sesame oil and some eggs, some other vegetables, maybe some chicken pieces. You can make a fried rice out of it. It's just that perfect texture, that perfect everything of rice that you go for. It's how you know when you got a good Chinese restaurant where the rice actually looks like rice and it separates easily. It's not a giant clump that basically forms a solid in a rice container. Has anybody ever actually had that happen to them?
Can't says I have.
I actually have had it a couple of times. Granted, I kind of knew what I was getting into. They were cheap Chinese places. Oh, God! Ah! Ah! Ah!
What?
Ah! Okay. I'm going to try to describe this and not describe it at the same time, just to spare senses. But I basically took a sip of the cocoa, and it has some it apparently had some unmelted marshmallow on it or something akin to that. Because it was almost like you took a bowl of soup, slurped it, and you got like all soups get suddenly shoved up inside of your mouth. What is
That
with me?
does not sound good.
It is not pleasant at all. Nothing about it is pleasant. Hi, Mike Nized.
Mike.
Actually, I do apologize. I saw him a while ago and I didn't acknowledge his existence, and I felt terrible because Mike Nice is awesome and I love him.
Mike is awesome. Also, he's a great artist. Just saying. Mike, you're amazing.
I know he's a good artist.
You're a good artist, too. You've improved a lot.
Sorry, I'm just... Actually, I'm just sniffing now because my nose is a little stuffy.
It's okay. You can let it out. Let the emotions flow.
I can't. I'm shoved up on marshmallow skin. I want to make a horrible joke like, actually, has anybody seen the Ghostbusters After? You know what? Forget Ghostbusters Afterlife. Suki. If you're there, still, or if not, I'll just go with it anyway. Anybody seen the Cowboy Bebop Netflix adaptation?
No.
I've only seen the first episode of it, and
When did it come out?
about a week ago.
No, but my dad and brother have been watching it and making comments about it.
Yeah, I think somebody described it best. It's okay television entertainment, and that's it. It's not a good anime adaptation. It's not a good. It's not good or great television anything. It's basically an okay television series with a bebop skin on it. That's pretty much it. Granted, some parts have that nice little bebop vibe to it, and yeah, I do like how some of the characters are, but yeah, they went their own way, but it feels also like they're check marking all of the things that the anime fans are fans of, just to not piss them off, I guess, or because they just wanted to keep them in the wheelhouse for the first season, I guess. There's no great way to describe it, but other than just that, it's okay television, and that's it. It's not even that's it. There's nothing much else to go on. They actually milk toast quite a bit of it. They kind of lost some of the more important features of things. Granted, they put their own spin onto it in some regards, and there's a reason to joke about the Netflix adaptation of anime being out there, and unfortunately, they still kind of held true to it even now. with you, Commander. Something I might still trudge through the rest of the season, but considering I have so much other anime and shows and stuff I do want to watch, I don't think I'm going to be coming back to it anytime soon. And and apparently they're already gearing for a second season, so you don't even get the full thing of Cowboy Bebop with it. You get a chunk of it, and they're apparently going for more seasons of it too. So
Because that's called milking the Netflix money.
it's milking the Netflix money, but it's all Did you happen to see it at all, Suki?
Actually, no, I haven't yet. I have it saved to at least watch. You know, I'm obviously I'm keeping obviously I've kept my expectations in check about it, but yeah.
Honestly, I didn't have much to expect at all, and
Yeah.
I'm honestly
it's-
rather impressed because, like, I don't know, I tried to learn Czech and it's pretty hard.
yeah,
Also, yeah.
unfortunately,
Also-
I didn't. I learned Twitter.
Yeah. Also, I'm afraid it's gonna be one of those things where, like, I'll just say this: the current Resident Evil movie, I like when I saw it the first night, I thought, oh, it was okay, no problems. Like every time I get reminded of it, I start thinking about it again, and I start liking it less and less, for some reason.
Oh, those are the dangerous movies. The ones where you think it's okay, and the more you actually look at it, the more you just realize things don't work.
And I think it was because of one of those things where maybe, like, it was one of those things where, like, when I first watched it, I guess because it'd been a while since I'd played anything of Resident Evil, well, anything of the original Resident Evil stuff. It was like, I guess, like, character traits and stuff like that weren't really fresh in my head. Like, some people have some people have a problem with how the character of Leon was done in the movie. I thought it was amusing, but yeah, I guess if you really like Leon, you would not like this Leon, like, at all. But there, I mean, and yeah, like I said, yeah, Leon fucking looks like Carlos.
I know.
It's like it's one of those things where, like, I know you're not gonna, like, I don't mind if there's some slight changes just to like fit maybe an actor's look a little bit more or something like that. Like, I don't know. I kind of agree that, like, maybe Jill's actress should have maybe straightened her hair just a little bit more. I don't know if maybe that was possible for her. I don't know if maybe that's a natural thing with her hair where she can't do that. I don't know. But, like, that was kind of a thing. Apparently, I guess, yeah, Claire never had a ponytail, never put her hair in the ponytail once or something like that. Yeah, Robbie Amell was pretty much the one that looked the closest to his character, to the character he was portraying. That's the guy who played Chris. Yeah. But yeah, and then as far as characterizations, I think Chris was okay. Jill was just kind of there. Leon was an idiot. And I think, yeah, Wesker was also just kind of there. Like, I don't know. Well, there's also a lot of other problems. Like, they should not have tried to fit all the like anything having to do with all the stuff having to do with Raccoon City into one movie. I think that's one of the main things one of the main things on my first watch that I really had an issue with was that, like, it was like all this build up, and then I'd say like the last half hour of the movie just really feels like there's just so much being thrown at you, and it also kind of hurts the idea of, like, some cool things happening, like the fact that we got the liquors. Oh wait, let me correct that, liquor. For like 30 seconds. Although it did introduce one really cool, there was absolutely one really cool thing that the movie does, and I just realized I've been talking all this, and I realized I wasn't sure if people cared about spoilers or not.
Hey, chat room, if you care about Resident Evil spoilers, say so now. That also goes for us here on the call. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and let Suki uncover the wagon, as it were. So it did it really go like through Resident Evils 1 through 3 in a single movie, or at least
well, 3 is not even a factor.
Oh, so it's just 1 and 2.
It's 1 and 2, but trust me, there's no unless they decide to do, unless the next movie is supposed to be a side movie or a side story of what was going on, 3 is not going to be involved.
Wow.
Like,
I feel like they just drove a dump truck of money over at Capcom saying, "Let us make this movie and don't question things."
I mean, here's the thing. It's pretty obvious that the guy that directed this at least has an appreciation for the games. He was now, and I don't mind, because you have to do this. Like, that's the thing. People think that video game movies have to be perfect retellings or perfect recreations of the games. No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They got to be so perfect that you can't tell if you're playing the game or not. Because anything that goes that directs from exactly my experience of playing the game is an affront to God and should be burned.
Yes, take 15 hours of time grinding up all the little things.
By the way, I'm absolutely kidding. Please, go ahead and change things up and make it your own. But if you're going to commit fully and don't just like half-ass it.
Yeah, but here, there are some things that, now thinking about it more, that you have, but I'll get to the really cool thing in a moment. The things that you still have to get right. Like, the problem is that you can't change the characters' personalities too much, because at this point, a lot of people that are going to go see this movie are probably going to be the game fans. That if you really change the characters up, you're just going to alienate those fans from it. And in a case, you still might get the general audience because they don't know. They might still be okay with those characters. But in the case of Resident Evil, I think even the general audience is going to notice that a lot of shit just happened, and there was not a lot of time to explain it. Yeah. So but the one really cool thing they did was the fact that basically this was in Raccoon City during the outbreak, to where the people that were infected and turning weren't fully turned. You had zombies that were at the gate, but they were still saying full sentences and stuff like that. Not eloquently, but they still had elements of their humanity left.
Ooh, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. I get that might be trying to tug at the heartstrings, but no, that's not.
No, it just honestly, I don't even, it didn't make me feel bad for these people. It's just it was just really cool that it was cool to basically be okay, because I will say anybody that you see in the Spencer Mansion that they encounter, yeah, they're full zombies, they're gone. But the people in Raccoon City and the mob that is at the front of the police station are people that are not quite fully there, but they're they still they can't move properly anymore. They basically move like zombies, and they still have the zombie sounds, but it's there's I think the one really telling scene is where one of them is at the gate, grabs at their own head, and when the hand comes down, they notice that they just took hair from it, and then you can see it. You can just see the look in their face of oh my god.
Yeah, that does sound interesting. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
By the way, nobody said anything about no spoilers, so go nuts.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of one of them, but yeah, basically, yeah, this movie ends with the nuking of Raccoon City. By the way. Yeah. So that's why 3, unless the next movie is a side story to the other one, 3 is not involved.
Yeah, the only way for it to happen is if it's happening concurrently.
Yeah. However, there were some another couple of cool things again, yeah, they tried to put in too much, but there were some things that they didn't they only put some small things from some sources that actually ends up being really cool. Like, I think from the more recent remakes, Lisa Trevor is in this. Like the actual Lisa Trevor, not that is like the basis for like the Nemesis, essentially. She's in this, and they do make a big reference. Actually, somebody mentioned earlier they make a big reference to Code Veronica.
I guess I'll give them some credit for that. I don't know. Honestly, I just wish that they would sit down and actually do a movie and base it on one of the games, but at least just encompass that entire game rather than trying to split it up into several. I mean, it would be so awesome if we got a movie based around the entirety of the Spencer Mansion and everything going on.
Well,
and
yeah,
everything that happened with it.
that's actually what I was thinking. Like the initial part of this first part of this movie was fine. Like because the first part the movie starts with it starts with a flashback to Claire, which, by the way, that is another, I think, big break from I think even what the remakes might have done with the lore. But Claire and Chris are orphans in this, and so that shows them growing up. It shows that it starts with a flashback to them in the Raccoon City orphanage together, and so it's kind of this neat scene where it also kind of sets up Lisa to be a big deal, which she does do. Like she basically does one cool thing and the one thing to help Claire later on. That's pretty much it. But so you go from that to Claire actually hitching a ride with the truck driver, which, by the way, the truck driver did his job right.
Figure out if he was about losing his mind or.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they did the whole scene where he hit one of the zombies.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so he gets out and he just starts freaking out and everything. But yeah, there's that whole thing. So Claire's going into Raccoon City. Then yeah, we meet Leon. Basically, introducing all the stuff to the point of introducing all the characters. It was fine, and getting up to that point, and so they finally get to the point where a bunch of the characters are at RPD. Like everybody in Stars and Leon and the Chief are there. And they have their meeting and basically say, "Hey, hey, we lost contact with our guys up at the Spencer Mansion. You guys I'm sending you all up there to find out what happened." Like as soon as that happened, I think at that point there should have been a decision to basically say, "Okay, this movie is going to focus the remainder of the Resident Evil 1 events over at the Spencer Mansion, and we'll do a sequel that focuses on back at RPD." Like that's what I think it should have been. Like this movie should have ended at the end of the night. This movie could have ended with them meeting up at the end, and they could have ended with the nuking maybe, but I think the best case should have been them realizing that Raccoon City was set to blow, and you kind of leave the cliffhanger there. And then you come back with the second movie, which maybe focuses more so back in Raccoon City on Leon and Claire, and what happens there. And then by the end of the second movie, everybody comes together, and then you end with then you can end, if you really just don't want to bring anything of 3 into it. That's what, at least to fix the pacing problem, I feel like that would have helped, because it would have also given time to kind of let the characters kind of breathe and get some time to actually develop a bit. Oh, right. There is one very unforgivable sin that this movie did commit. There's no fucking Barry.
No.
They cut Barry.
Why are they cutting Barry out of everything? First he doesn't save him in 3, and now they're just cutting him out altogether? It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Let Barry be. He's awesome. Yeah,
I mean, come on.
he does
We
the
got
betrayal thing, but he does it for family.
yeah.
Family, man.
We actually got Brad Vickers speaking in this one. Brad was an actual character,
For more than just 3 lines before he dies.
pretty much.
Oh, cool.
Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe. Well, he at least had more screen time. Along with those 3 lines.
That works too.
This was a mistake.
But yeah,
What?
speaking of Claire and Chris, apparently, yeah, their parents did die at some point, and
Is this
It does- of
pose
course
just a bit too much for what you're doing?
Probably, yeah. I don't know what I was thinking, but I mean, it's a challenge, and it's going to look bad, but at the same time, I'm proud of this atrocity that I'm making.
Well, it's an interesting action pose, but yeah, trying to determine what's wing, what's arm going on here.
are you
get
sure that's an
there.
action pose? It almost looks like she's trying to do the distraction dance from Harvey Stickmin.
Henry.
Henry Stickmin.
Not quite, but you're close-ish.
But yeah, no. Apparently, Claire and Chris did get orphaned by their parents, but they didn't go to an orphanage. At least they did the Japanese trope of they raised the older brother raised the younger one until they were able to get on their own way. Or
Okay.
something.
Yeah, and I guess that's one of the major differences there is that this one, pretty much one of the big things is that Claire, like they're at the orphanage, and of course, and William Birkin is like the guy that's like in charge of the orphanage, essentially. And so one night, Claire gets picked to go and be taken off for basically the experiments that he's doing, and she gets away and runs off. Meanwhile, Chris stays behind, like I guess only being told that she ran away. So he kind of grows up thinking that, and he ends up growing up looking at William Birkin like actually like a father figure. Apparently, William actually puts him through school and gets him into the force and all that. Yeah. So then,
I mean, it sounds interesting, but I can see some Resident Evil fans being ready to commit murder for that one.
Yeah. Well, he by the end of the movie, don't worry, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Wanting to put a bullet in Birkin's head.
No, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. I figured that's where the movie was going to end. It wasn't going to be like Chris ends up defending Birkin, and they fly away in a helicopter with love romance and flowers streaming at the back. It's like, no, they're not going to do that.
But
I would love to see them do that. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the dynamics they tried to do at the beginning, was that like Claire comes back and basically she's drawn back to Raccoon City because the reporter guy from the original from Resident Evil 2 sends her the tape, and she basically comes back trying to unearth it, and actually is worried for Chris, so she comes back, and he's just like he's like you ran away, where were you for the last whatever years, sort of thing. They just decided to have that tension there between them.
I'm not gonna lie, I gotta wonder what her answer was to that. Where were you for the last several years? I slept on a bleacher under the school. Yeah. Don't look at Pornhub though, ever.
But it's one of those things where Chris knew that she was alive, but just apparently she never like contacted or anything like that. But actually, I will say another cool thing this movie did was it actually pulled off one scene pretty fun, which I love that in the trailers if you ever go back and watch some of the original theatrical trailers, you basically have watched the movie now. I know there are trailers where trailers give out some cool things about the movies, but at least it doesn't feel like everything that happens. For the love of God, the original trailer for this movie, just you've basically seen every cool thing. Except with an exception. They show William Birkin's final form in the trailer. It's if you remember the trailer, it's like the crawling like gray beast with that's like the really huge beast that they show on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's William Birkin's final form. like Chris and Claire are basically about to die, and then all of a sudden you just hear in the background like, hey, like I think it was like, "Hey, ugly," and then it's just Leon standing there with the rocket launcher.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, and so he just blows him to hell, and he's like, and they're just like, where the hell did you find a rocket launcher? I found it in first class.
Stupid and cheesy, but I'll take that. I'll take that
Yeah.
part. Okay, so. Still, I know a couple of people that are like hardcore Resident Evil fans, though, so I just can't wait.
Oh
to
no,
hear
no,
their-
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they're gonna
definitely,
be heavy.
yeah. If you are hardcore Resident Evil, this movie's basically done from the get go
Yeah.
for you. Like, it's like, yeah, like I went in with low expectations on it, and I thought it was all right when I first saw it, and then of course, like I said, in the, as it went on, as the days have gone on, I've just like it just starts to like make me think no more and more on it.
Yeah, except for the first classing. I think that's probably one of the best lines out there on it. But then again, I don't think I'm gonna see the movie until it comes out on like stream for free.
Yeah.
Unless it never does, Or I mean, it probably will, but it's one of those where it's like, okay, this is on Hulu. No, why couldn't you Netflix it, you jerks? Oh no, it's on Paramount Plus, and you gotta spend $3 to watch it, and on top of the streaming service fee. Because Paramount is apparently almost as bad as freaking Disney Plus is.
Speaking of Disney Plus, I am very disappointed in knowing now that apparently they've been censoring Bluey.
Bluey.
Oh, they've
Yes.
been censoring a lot of things, Cole.
Yeah, but like Bluey of all things?
What's Bluey?
You've never seen Bluey? Yo, hold on. I'm about to like.
Oh yeah,
Hold
it's
on,
it's
hold on. I have a perfect thing for this.
Yeah,
Here we go.
It's a clip from season 3, but you'll get no context for it.
Is it the one that I posted?
It's okay. No context is always the more interesting.
I'm gonna put it in the backstage.
By the way, while we're waiting for the backstage, just a quick heads up to anybody who is interested in editing my work on the content creation. I just posted up a story that I wrote up for the hour and a half that I was sitting around work. Oh, that guy. Okay, here we go. Age restricted.
Wait, this video is actually age restricted?
At least it's age restricted to the point you can't watch it on.
It's wait, the uploader requested that it be age restricted.
Fair enough.
Okay, that's weird.
They probably don't want Disney finding out.
I think I saw an episode of this, but it didn't seem this intense.
No, this is just a silly little moment from season 3 here.
Well, I mean, not even this intense. It just seemed kind of stupid.
No, it's
Yeah,
really wholesome
It's-
and adorable.
Yeah, it's
Well, I mean,
wholesome and great
wholesomely
for
stupid.
it's wholesome and has kind of like lessons for kids to learn, but also the parents as they are watching this with their kids.
Yeah.
And a lot of dad abuse.
Oh,
Bandit gets so much pain in seasons 1 and 2.
Oh, he really does.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yes.
But a lot of it is
Apparently
his
they're
commitment to
censoring
the
it,
bit for his daughters.
but they're apparently censoring it, or
Ooga Booga,
what?
which is apparently something that needs to be censored because it's offensive to people of native Australian backgrounds. This is made by an Australian group, and it's aired with that in the actual episode. Why does it need to be censored?
See,
They also
Okay,
censored
USA
out the horse pooping. in one episode,
Let's see.
which is fine, I guess. But like, come
Let's
on.
Let's see.
Animals
So
poop.
USA censorship. This is actually on the. Apparently, there's literally a website. Well, there's a wiki in fandom.com called Censorship History, and there's an entry here for Bluey.
I think it should have at least 2 or 3
Well,
specific.
it's
episodes.
U.S. censorship, UK censorship, Southeast Asia censorship, and Australia censorship.
No surprise on Southeast Asia. They'll censor everything.
Yeah. So is in Disney Junior season 1, episode 4. The episode and Sean was banned from TV. Wait, the episode and Sean was banned from TV airings due to being paired with teasing. Though on September 5th, 2020, the episode re-aired on TV. So 7, the word capsicum is replaced with pepper.
Yep.
Okay. Oh,
Is it
wait.
because kids wouldn't understand what capsicum means?
Capsicum or capsaicin?
CAPSICUM.
Because in Australia, when you're asking for peppers, you say capsicum. Yeah. But in the US, you generally ask for peppers.
Okay. Episode 20, the scene where the pony poops and Bluey and Indy run away was cut. Episode 25, in the US, the episode ends with Bandit saying "Oh biscuits" before the screen fades. In the AU version, the AU version ends with Bingo as Millicent pretending to barf on Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Episode 46.
Yeah.
In the Australian version, Bandit burps when he eats the sauerkraut. In the US version, he sneezes.
Okay, so basically it's the same thing as with eggplants and aubergines in UK, but except they censored it because they. Oh jeez, my brain.
Yeah.
See, the episode 48 was banned along with Sean and Daddy Robot due to Bluey and Bingo naming Bandit. Oh yeah, Ooga Booga, which is a racial term. Though on September 5th, 2020,
Ooga
the
booga
episode,
is a racial term.
that's what we were just talking about. The episode re-aired. The word Ooga Booga was changed to Shooby Doo.
What?
But no.
Episode 50, the episode in Daddy Robot was banned. Wow, was banned from TV airings due to being paired with teasing.
That's actually a bookstore called Ooga Booga. What the hell? Why?
The
How is that?
episode teasing is to basically talk about what teasing is and why you shouldn't do it to the extreme that.
And unless are they saying it was being paired with like? Is it that there was teasing going on or something?
No, the episodes are paired in 2s generally.
Yeah.
Well, Draconic Quest, it's not snowflakes ruining past and current shows. It's some studios that are overreacting because some people got offended of other things, and they just want to avoid they want to avoid problems before they become a problem, as so much as actually.
Hold up. Did
cutting
somebody
things that
in the
don't
chat
need to be.
actually say snowflakes as a derogatory thing? Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh. Don't use the insult from the Lego movie. What the fuck is wrong with you? Alright, I'm calling you out right now. Like,
Draconic Quest, run!
here's the fucking thing, y'all. Like, when I was a kid growing up, like, fucking, people were like, hey, that's a good thing. Like, to be different and be yourself. And to have fucking, like, assholes be out there and be like, oh, yeah, everyone's a bunch of fucking snowflakes. It's like, bro, you just commandeered the insult that you're not supposed to take seriously from the Lego movie. What the fuck is wrong with you, children? What is absolutely fucking wrong with you? You absolute... I don't even know where to go. Alright. Just, like, if you fucking decide to use a snowflake insult, take a good look at yourself and think about what you've become as a person. Because you are no longer somebody who's supportive of people trying to be themselves, and you are completely the antithesis of everything that I believe in. I've gotta say, shut the fuck up, go the fuck to your room, because you are a child. You've just proven that you're a child. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. The rest of us are just looking at this stuff and being like, "What, really?"
Yeah, it's just.
I'm just saying, network executives overreacting before there's something to react to. That's all I'm saying.
My point is, like, yo, just, no. Also, random thing, fun fact, My Chemical Romance, they did a song called Every Snowflake's Different Just Like You. And you know what? I think that's great. Just saying, as an MCR fan too, fuck you. Cause like, hey,
Wow. So, I feel like Coldust is getting a lot out of his system here.
oh yeah,
Yeah, these episodes are each 5 minutes even in and of themselves, so they're generally paired in twos.
Yep. Okay. In episode 51, the scene where Bingo asked Bandit, "How do babies get in the mother's belly?" was cut due to being too inappropriate.
What? Oh my god.
It's a wholesome little moment where he has to flang together a
Every
sentence, I
kid
think.
asks that
It's
question.
either that or it's right at the end of the episode and it gets cut.
Yep.
Ah.
It's because it's okay. That one, you know what that is? That's parents not wanting their kids to actually come back and ask them.
They want to wait until they're old enough to tell them to ask the teacher and not and just absorb and not have any responsibility. Because the moment you mention sex to them, they're suddenly going to start sleeping with each other.
but I thought they came from the stork.
Amazing
They come
enough,
from the stork. The stork fucks your mom.
yeah. Also, apparently in season 2, there were fewer instances of censorship, but Disney Channel and Disney Junior refused to air episode 13 for being too inappropriate. What was episode 13 of season 2?
What was it? You gotta remember, everybody, this is Disney, though. They have been censoring stuff left and right because they are paranoid to hell of everything right now. I believe there's actually there's actually an episode of Darkwing Duck that has never seen the light of day since its initial airing in '93, outside of some sitcom examples in Australia, I think. Because apparently it actually has Darkwing making the deal with the devil.
Season
Okay.
2, 13.
That was
Episode
it.
Dad
13
Baby.
is Dad Baby, yeah. When Bingo discovers her old baby sling, Bandit demonstrates how it works. Bluey insists that he must now pretend to be pregnant while carrying Bingo around inside of it. Bandit realizes how challenging it is to be pregnant, and with the help of Lucky's father, finally gives birth to his new baby.
What?
Yeah, it was hilarious, honestly.
I mean, I get the point, and then the birth to the new baby, just like what? I feel like I missed something there.
It's a fun game, and how do you get the baby out? There has to be a birth.
Episode
Sorry.
15, Bluey's line, "It's a piece of poo," was changed to "It's a slug." Episode
Which episode
21.
is
Episode 15, Trains.
Oh, trains. That
Well, the kind of
episode.
question. It's not that people are getting easily offended.
Oh!
It's just that some people did get offended some time ago, and now they're just afraid of them getting offended again and causing big uproars because God help you if you have one bad thing said to you by the press.
Oh, you know something interesting? Ed and Eddie episodes on HBO Max are actually censored too. They censor out certain instances where like Eddie will call Ed stupid,
It's
or like.
HBO.
Well, I think the thing is that probably wasn't HBO that did it. I think it was probably Cartoon Network when they were preparing to get the episodes ready to be viewed on services like iTunes. Because you remember, it was released on iTunes first. You could buy the episodes. And when you consider
I'm
the
just
fact
gonna
that,
buy
hang
every-
on, let me finish. When you consider the fact that
sorry.
when it comes down to it, what Cartoon Network is trying to do is make these cartoons appeal to the masses and reach a larger amount of children and whatnot. They're not really marketing that towards the demographic of us, the people who are watching it for nostalgia purposes. They're mostly just trying to be like, well, let's get the most bang for our buck on this cartoon. Oh, they said stupid a lot. Parents don't like that. Let's just edit that out a little bit. So
You know what? I got a mask I can appeal to, and it's right on my hand too. Want to see it?
Let's
Leave
see.
the classics alone. God.
This is why I'm just gonna start getting VHS tapes and early DVDs. I'm gonna forget digital technology. I'm gonna go back to the
Circuit.
goddamn Stone Age of Betamax.
Circuit. Remember that there's always piracy. I mean, what?
Do what you want
but,
because a pirate is free and they don't get censored.
All right, let's see.
Censorship.
Okay, there's only two. Yeah,
SpongeBob's penis is on aisle 3. Whatever, move on.
yeah, apparently there were only 2 other instances in season 2 noted here. In episode 21, the word axe was changed to pick. Probably just a regional thing.
Okay, I'll give it that.
Psst. I
Yeah.
just want to say that if you go to the totally legitimate source of Kiss Cartoon, or Kim Cartoon, whatever they call it these days,
I
the
know what you're
episodes of
referring-
Bluey on there are the originals. So just saying, I didn't direct you there, but if you want to watch
Dude,
them in the proper form, and also do not want to support Disney, hey.
I'm
Also-
more than happy to not support the giant mouse.
Yeah. Also, this makes a comeback in episode 24 of season 2. The word ooga booga was changed to ooh ooh.
Why Ooga Ooga? I can't find anything
Well-
on Ooga Booga. Nothing. There is no reason to change that unless they just didn't want the kids to know Ooga Booga. Which, I mean, is it... Oh, crap. If it's like a caveman thing, are they doing the whole Geico thing where they don't want to insult the cavemen?
No,
But the episode is about them is apparently. Which the funny thing is that given that it's Disney putting this out there, it didn't get. I'm surprised they get removed because they're playing Evolution.
I give up.
Oh.
I give up. You know
the
what?
parents are building a swing on the porch, and there's the various pieces of cardboard and packing things in the thing, and they're just tossing them down onto the grass
You know what?
next to the porch, and the kids are playing with it.
I always wondered what would start getting me into that angry, crotchety mindset of an older person where they're just like nothing's the same anymore and just start bitching about everything. Apparently, it was Bluey being censored by Disney. That's what did it. It was a cartoon I never even heard of before, getting censored by the goddamn
hang
mouse
on, hang on,
because
hang on.
Ooga Booga.
Circuit, you need to watch Bluey, though. It is absolutely hilarious and great.
Yeah, you
and
should.
Adorable and wholesome, and you should watch it because it's wholesome and it'll make you happy.
And then you realize, wait a minute, they're actually aging the kids throughout the series because all of the voices of the kids are actual kids.
You know what? If they do that, I'll give them all the credit in the world. And also, check out Upside Down show. That was also from Australia. And I wish our kids' entertainment was like that. Because, god damn it, it is the most brilliant, hilarious thing I have ever seen. And I can't believe that never came out to the U.S. And it is past our time for the pre-show.
Oh shit, you're right.
Oh,
Sorry, Toa. I did see you, Toa. I could not let this rant end like this.
Alright, well, on that note,
And-
I guess I'm just going
And I'm going to go
cut
back
that
to my
down.
copies of Married with Children.
just remember, go watch adorable things.
Hey,
Now
Circuit,
Bundy is God.
What's going on the main show tonight?
Well, I'm trying really hard not to rage and go on a 2-minute tirade on... Okay. Well, first I'm going to get a shot of eggnog. And, for the show today, we're going to do... actually, the funny thing is, in line with the worry of censorship, because we haven't done anything like this before, but there's a strong enough reason to do it. We're going to go into VR chat.
Oh.
Because there is an interesting I did my reconnaissance on this, and we are well prepared to avoid any problems, and it is streamer friendly if you know what to do. But we had discovered an interesting world which we do have to explore, even though it's past the spoopy time, because I don't know how long it'll ever stay there, called Starlight Glimmer's Amnesia. And it's supposed to be scary, spooky fun. So I'm going to drag as many people as I can into the Starlight Glimmer Amnesia world so we can freak the hell out of ourselves. And also get a look at the Brony community and VR chat.
Alrighty, well, on that note, I guess I'm done with this draw stream. Thank y'all for coming, and enjoying or not enjoying this, this stream of...
Apologies.
Right, Firefly, dance...
By the way, any and all they're saving. Dear God. any and all are welcome to join us in the VR chat as we go through this. So if you want to join in, make sure you have it downloaded. It is free, so you're not spending anything for it. You just have to actually have the software ready to go.
Where's the download at?
It's in Steam.
All right, well that's it. That's the pre-show. Stick around for the main.